everybody! So today I am going to be going over my top 3 most embarrassing moments with you guys. Now to be honest, this is something that I wrestled with for a while because I really wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this stuff on camera, but in the end I decided that it's always good to laugh at yourself, and these are definitely very embarrassing moments to me. I just went through my memory bank and these were the most embarrassing things that I could remember. So I'm going to start off with the least embarrassing moment and then work my way to the most embarrassing moment. So, third most embarrassing moment. I was in 7th grade, so I was in middle school, and it was lunchtime, and I can't remember if it was every Tuesday or every Wednesday, but we would have Pizza Hut delivered to our school, so we would have pizza once a week. And I had my pizza on my tray, and I really like eating pizza with ranch dressing, so I had ranch dressing in the upper right-hand compartment of the tray. So I was walking along in the lunch area with my pizza, all excited to eat it, and someone just ran into me, and my pizza and all of the ranch dressing went all over me. And now that was a lot of ranch dressing that I had in my tray. I filled up the little compartment all the way to the brim. So the ranch dressing just flew all over me. I did get a little bit of pizza grease on me, but it was only a couple spots, but the ranch dressing went everywhere. Now, ranch dressing has a very strong and distinct smell, but I didn't realize how strong and distinct it was until it was all over me. I feel like it just absorbed into my skin, and I just smelled like ranch dressing for the rest of the day. And I remember going into PE, which I had right after lunch, unfortunately, knowing my luck. Of course, I had PE right after that, and I had to run around and get all sweaty, and it just didn't help the ranch dressing smell at all whatsoever. And I remember trying to spray myself with body spray, and it just made the smell even worse. But I couldn't take a shower or anything at school, so I was just kind of stuck. And then I had one last class after PE, which was English, and I remember sitting in the English class, and everybody was just kind of, the people around me were just kind of sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, what does this smell like? I could see them with these weird looks on their faces, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, it's me, I smell. And I ended up moving to the back of the class by the door where the door was open because the smell was just making me so nauseous. It was just, I mean, embedded in my skin. It was almost like I was sweating ranch dressing or something, like it was just oozing out of my pores. And I remember just sitting by the door trying to catch some whiffs of fresh air. But yeah, that was definitely a memorable moment for me. I apologize to all of my classmates who had to sit next to me that day. Second most embarrassing moment. When I was younger, I would go out with my friends on occasion, and we would go wakeboarding, tubing, stuff like that. And one day we decided to go tubing, so I was on the back of the boat, and we had 2 tubes connected, so there could be 2 people tubing at the same time. Now, when I fell off my tube, my bathing suit bottoms, because I was wearing a two-piece, Ingrid cannot talk today. Because I was wearing a 2-piece bathing suit, my bathing suit bottoms decided that they just wanted to fly off when I fell off the tube. And now everybody that was on the boat was male. So being a 15-year-old girl, that's a little scary. I mean, at any age, it's pretty scary, but 15, I would say that is very, very scary. So, my bathing suit bottoms flew off, and they decided to not reappear or come up from the lake. I don't know what happened to them. They just kind of disappeared into the abyss of the dark water. I have no idea where they went. I guess they're laying at the bottom of that lake somewhere, so they never came back up, so I was left bottomless, and I remember having to make every guy on the boat turn around, and I kept looking around because there were other people on the lake too, so I was just mortified that I had to get out of the boat, and my friend was trying to hold up a towel so no one could see, and I don't think anybody saw, thank God. But yeah, it was definitely just a really, really embarrassing moment because I just sat there in the boat for the rest of the time with this towel around my waist, and it was just embarrassing because everybody knew what had happened, so they all knew that I was wearing the towel because there was nothing underneath the towel. And last but not least, embarrassing moment number 1. So this is my most embarrassing moment of all time, up to this point at least. Okay. So, this wonderful story all starts off with me and my friend, who is a guy, by the way, and we were just at his place hanging out, doing some schoolwork, and we decided to I cannot talk today. We decided to take a break and order in some sushi and have it delivered so we could just eat and, just take a little break from studying and all that. My friend goes downstairs to pick up the food, and in the meantime, I decide to go to the bathroom, and when I'm in the bathroom, I discover that my monthly friend has decided to show up. So I go and get my purse, and I'm looking for my little Apple Clinique purse. If you watch my beauty videos, then you know what I'm talking about. I keep all my feminine products in this little Apple pouch. And now when I went to my purse, I realized that that little pouch was not there because I had switched purses previously that day before I left my place. I was just panicking because I did not know what to do. And when I say my monthly friend came, let's just say that my monthly friend was not being easy on me, and it was coming. So, yeah, that I don't want to be too graphic, but it was definitely coming. My friend comes back up into his apartment, and I'm just kind of standing there with this blank expression on my face, and I'm standing there stiff and still because I didn't want to move because it was coming. And he looks at me, noticing that something's a little bit off, and he asked me what was wrong, and I told him that my monthly friend came, and he was just like, oh my gosh, what do you need? Tell me what you need, I'll go and get it now. It was almost like I was in labor, having a baby or something, and I told him what to get, and bless his little heart, he literally ran out of his apartment down the street. I could see him running down the street from his window, and he was literally running down the street. So he came back and just saved me that day. But it was definitely very, very embarrassing to have to go through all of that with him because he is a guy, and I just felt like we kind of got a little bit closer after that whole experience. It was definitely a bonding experience, but I would have preferred to kind of skip over that. It was definitely kind of weird. Now that is definitely a true friend right there because he went to Walgreens with no shame, ran down the street, got me my feminine products, and yeah, he did it because he is a good, true friend. He was not weird about it at all. He did not make it an awkward situation for me. I think he was actually more relaxed and okay with it than I was. I was the one who was freaking out about it. But now that I'm telling this story, it actually doesn't seem as bad as when it was actually happening and when I was there in the moment. Those are my most embarrassing moments, so I would love it if some of you guys would post a video response. I think this would be a great way to kind of get to know people, and it really just lets you laugh at yourself a little bit, and you kind of just let down your walls a little bit too. So it's always good to laugh at yourself, at least that's my opinion. So I would love to see some video responses if you guys are interested in doing that. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all later. Bye!